Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on that.
The 100th season starts tonight. I'm the coach, and this is the return of the NFL.
Thank you, Coach Soldier. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense led by number 12, Aaron Rodgers. And the Pack in an unfamiliar position this year. They have not made the playoffs for 2 years running. 6-9-1 a year ago, and now with a new head coach in Matt LaFleur. No guarantees, certainly, that they'll play meaningful football in January this year.
Mike, 319. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game one of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, it's Jones. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Mention the name Fuller, and you've seen one of them all through the NFL, as 4 Fuller brothers have graced NFL fields. In this case, we're talking about Kyle Fuller, the corner in Chicago. Had a bad knee injury in 2016, but since then has upped his game each and every year. And in 2018, first-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowl invitation to close out a stellar season.
He's got Lewis. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time plays in the running game.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Defense. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal. Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break. Hold on. Chestnuts? Like Come on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts? I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it? It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
We got 4.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. From the 29, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Peyton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, Dillon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Trubisky now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He finds Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike, 180. Check, Mike 42. I'm here all day.
They They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Funchess has it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They go draw play. It's Dillon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 1st down sack, 2nd down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in a different direction?
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This to Graham on the short pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Preston Smith on the tackle. Single. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check. 180. Check. 42's the mark. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Trubisky. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll find Miller. That's complete. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
I'm going to hit you all day.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers, and that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 37. And Crosby puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Detroit Lions. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a good one to kick off the year, as the Patriots will raise their 6th Super Bowl banner at home against their rivals through many of those years, the Pittsburgh Steelers. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky who's looked sharp thus far. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky, the connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Rodgers now to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 50, check 50.
On second down, it's Montgomery. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And now it's second down. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Third and 2. Now Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Trubisky now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 22. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Montgomery back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Trubisky. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that's complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now on first down. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On the delay, Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 24, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers get a score closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here back onto the field comes Jimmy Graham. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
319. I don't even know why this team showed up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Funchess has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing is Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Check on it. 319. 59.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown as they are able to cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. Rodgers to throw once more. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
No gain on the dump-off. It's second down. Throwing on second down. Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They run, Montgomery, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 53 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Again, it's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The Packers on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A give. This is Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 7, 1:06 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 58 right there. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Tight dog.
He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Back to throw. Jones has it. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
It's easy one. Cover it again.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. One final try now for Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Chicago, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.